Chosen one, listen carefully. This is no accident. The very moment your eyes meet these words, your spirit is being shaken by divine alignment. This is a direct message from God, arriving at the exact hour of your journey when you needed it most. You've wondered why your path has been harder, why the battles felt endless, and why the silence around you seemed deafening. But now, heaven is declaring, this is your moment. You were chosen, set apart, and every trial you endured was meticulously preparing you for a season far greater than you ever imagined. For years, you've been hidden, overlooked, underestimated, and silenced by those who could not recognize your light. Yet every rejection, every closed door, every tear shed in private was not punishment, it was divine strategy. God was not holding you back. He was positioning you. The hardships, the waiting, and the isolation were all shaping you into the leader you were always destined to become. This is not the end. This is the ignition of your true purpose, the awakening of your divine calling, and the moment where heaven itself crowns you for the role only you were created to fulfill. There's a reason why your spirit feels restless. You've felt the pull, the calling, the undeniable energy stirring within you. That's not your imagination, it's a divine signal. This is your spiritual awakening, the moment your soul remembers who you are and why you're here. The battles you've fought in silence were never just about survival, they were about transformation. You are no longer who you used to be, and the world is about to witness the power of the one God has chosen. You need to understand this. The war over your life has been real. The attacks, the delays, the betrayals, and the loneliness were all part of a spiritual battle designed to keep you from stepping into your divine calling. But you made it here. You survived what was meant to destroy you, and now heaven has crowned you with authority, wisdom, and power. You've been tested in the fire, and you came out refined. You are no longer the same. You are no longer hidden. You are stepping into a season where God's favor will make the impossible possible. Chosen one, you were called to shine in a world drowning in darkness. Your voice matters, your light is necessary, and your mission is sacred. The reason the enemy fought you so hard is because of the impact your life will have on others. You carry a message from God inside you, and the world has been waiting for it, waiting for you. The pain, the silence, the isolation, it all makes sense now. Heaven did not forget you. God has been preparing you for such a time as this. This is your moment of awakening. Everything in your life has led you right here, right now, to this divine encounter. Take a deep breath and let this truth sink into your spirit. You were chosen for this. You are stepping into your calling, your authority, your destiny. Heaven has already gone before you, aligning every step, opening every door, and releasing blessings beyond what you can imagine. This is your confirmation. This is your reminder. This is your message from God. If this touched your soul, if you feel the fire of this divine alignment, comment 777 right now. Do it because you know the truth. Deep within, you were called, you were chosen, and your time has come. The silent battles you fought alone. Chosen one, there were seasons in your life when you felt invisible, unheard, and misunderstood. You tried to explain your heart, but the world could not comprehend the depth of your spirit. People rejected you, mocked your dreams, and questioned your worth. They labeled you as different, as strange, as someone who did not fit in. But what they never realized is that God intentionally set you apart. This message from God is not an accident, it's confirmation that your silent battles were never wasted. You were not imagining your struggles, your pain, or the weight you carried. You were called, and the calling on your life required a season of isolation. There were nights when the silence felt unbearable. You questioned why you had to walk such a lonely path, why friends turned into strangers, and why those you trusted the most became the ones who hurt you the deepest. You carried wounds that no one could see, and yet you kept moving forward. Behind your quiet strength was a heart that had cried in the dark, but those tears did not go unnoticed. Heaven collected every single one of them, and today God wants you to know that nothing you've endured was in vain. Your silent struggles were shaping you into the person you were always meant to become. The chosen one's path is never easy because your spirit is not ordinary. God has been molding you, testing you, and preparing you for a divine calling that few can understand. While others were chasing comfort, you were being refined through pain. While they were celebrated, you were hidden. While they walked smooth roads, you were climbing steep mountains in silence. And yet, you were still standing. That alone is proof that Heaven's hand has been over your life from the beginning. You were never abandoned. You were being prepared for something far greater than you can yet see. You have to understand this truth. Your isolation was not punishment. It was positioning. God needed to separate you from certain people, places, and distractions to prepare your heart for the next season of your life. The people who rejected you were never meant to walk with you into your destiny. The opportunities you lost were never truly yours, because God was saving you for something higher. Even when you didn't understand why doors were closing, Heaven was writing a better story. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment was divinely orchestrated to set you apart for a greater purpose. And yes, the war has been real. You faced opposition that others didn't see. There were spiritual battles fought in secret, nights when your soul was under attack, and moments when it felt like the weight of the world was crushing you. But chosen one, this message from God is here to remind you, you survived what was meant to destroy you. You endured betrayal, heartbreak, and loneliness, yet your spirit was never broken. The enemy tried to silence you, but your purpose could not be silenced. God has been fighting for you all along, even when you couldn't see it. Understand this, your light is necessary. In a world drowning in confusion and darkness, you were chosen to be a beacon of hope. You've been entrusted with wisdom, strength, and resilience, not just for yourself, but for those who will one day look to you for guidance. The battles you fought in silence will become the testimony that sets others free. The rejection you faced will become the key that unlocks doors for someone else. And the pain you endured will transform into power, the kind of power that can change lives. Chosen one, you didn't come this far just to stop here. The trials, the tears, and the waiting have all been preparing you for what Heaven has already released. You've been through the wilderness, and now God is leading you into your promised season. Everything you lost, everything you suffered, and everything you endured has meaning. You were called for this, and no force on earth or in the spirit can take away what God has already ordained for you. This is your confirmation, your divine message from God. You are not imagining this. Your spirit knows the truth. You've been prepared, chosen, and set apart for something far greater than you can yet see. The silence was never the end. It was the beginning of your becoming. The war over your life has been intense, but the victory that is coming will be even greater. Stand tall because Heaven has already gone before you. Your breakthrough is closer than you realize. Why Heaven chose you. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. You are not imagining the weight you carry, the constant pull in your spirit, or the way your path has always felt different. This is a message from God, sent to remind you that you were called long before you even understood the meaning of your journey. Heaven chose you because there is something extraordinary within you, something the world cannot take away and something the enemy cannot destroy. Your life is not ordinary, and neither is your purpose. From the very beginning, God set you apart, and every step you've taken, even the painful ones, has been part of a divine plan unfolding in perfect timing. Have you ever wondered why you've never fit in? Why you always felt different, even in rooms filled with people? That feeling is not random. It's not isolation by accident, it's separation by design. God placed a divine calling on your life, and with that calling comes a path unlike anyone else's. While others around you followed predictable patterns, your journey took unexpected turns. You faced storms they never had to endure, carried burdens they never saw, and battled battles they couldn't understand. But through it all, you were being shaped, refined, and prepared for the role heaven created specifically for you. There's a reason your spirit has always carried more weight than others. The chosen one walks with a mantle, a spiritual authority that sets them apart. This isn't something the world always recognizes, but heaven has already stamped you with favor. People around you may misjudge you, misunderstand you, or even reject you, but that doesn't change the truth of who you are. God placed his hand upon your life, and when he calls you, no one can cancel what has already been written. What they overlook, God elevates. What they dismiss, God anoints, and you, chosen one, are walking proof of that anointing. Even when the world doesn't see it, transformation is happening inside you. There's a deep shift within your soul. Your desires are changing, your perspective is evolving, and the things that once satisfied you no longer hold the same weight. That's because your spirit is awakening. This isn't just a phase, this is the moment when your heart aligns with your higher purpose. You're beginning to recognize that the pain had meaning, that the silence had purpose, and that the waiting was not wasted. Everything in your life, the tears, the delays, the heartbreaks, has been leading you to this exact season. Heaven's plan for you has always been in motion. Understand this, chosen one. God didn't choose you because you were perfect. He chose you because you were willing, because he saw the resilience inside you that no one else could see. He chose you because he knew your heart could handle the weight of the calling. Even when your mind doubted it, you may not feel ready, but heaven has already declared you prepared. The same God who called you will equip you. The same God who anointed you will position you. And the same God who has carried you through every battle will open doors no one can shut. This is not the season to doubt yourself or question your worth. This is the season to rise, to embrace the truth of who you are, and to step into the identity heaven wrote for you before you were even born. The waiting is over, the preparation is complete, the shift has already begun, and your time has come. No matter what your past looks like, no matter who walked away, and no matter how many times you've been underestimated, God has chosen you anyway. And when God chooses, the world has no choice but to adjust. Chosen one, this is your reminder, your confirmation, and your awakening. This is a message from God telling you that you are exactly where you need to be, at the exact moment you need to be here. Stop doubting your worth. Stop questioning your path. Stop thinking you are behind. Heaven has been aligning everything for your breakthrough, and the doors you've been praying for are about to open. Your calling is real, your purpose is undeniable, and your time is now. 3. When they tried to silence you. Chosen one, there have been moments in your life when the weight of rejection felt unbearable. People you trusted turned their backs on you. Friends you thought would walk with you disappeared when the storm came. Family members misunderstood you. Some smiled to your face, but spoke against you behind closed doors. Others deliberately to dim your light because they couldn't handle its brightness. And yet you are still standing. This is your confirmation. This is a message from God. You were not imagining the battles. You were not imagining the resistance. The war over your life has been real because your purpose carries divine weight, and your light is necessary for the world. There were times when they laughed at your dreams, doubted your abilities, and questioned your worth. They called you unqualified, unworthy, or even foolish for believing in something greater. But what they didn't realize is that heaven had already written your story. They thought they had the power to silence you, But God says otherwise. Every attempt to break you, every word meant to wound you, and every action designed to discourage you has only positioned you for greater. The very stones they threw at you are becoming the foundation God is using to elevate you. What they meant for harm, God is turning into testimony. Chosen one, understand this. They were never rejecting you. They were rejecting the divine calling inside you. The favor over your life made them uncomfortable. Your light exposed the darkness they were trying to hide. Your spirit carried a frequency they could not match, and instead of celebrating you, they tried to silence you. But the thing about being chosen is that no one on earth has the power to mute heaven's voice over your life. God's plan cannot be stopped. They tried to block you, but God built a path around them. They tried to close doors, but God unlocked ones they couldn't touch. They tried to destroy your spirit, but God used every attack to make you unshakable. This is your moment of reversal. God is shifting your position. The very people who mocked you will see your transformation. The same voices that once tried to silence you will have no choice but to witness your rise. Heaven has declared a season of restoration over your life. What was stolen is being returned. What was delayed is being released. What was buried is being resurrected. You are walking into a season where divine favor will surround you like a shield. Nothing can stop what God has already set in motion. The crown is already in place. You are stepping into leadership, influence, and purpose. But chosen one, this elevation comes with responsibility. You are not being crowned for comfort. You are being crowned for impact. God is raising you up so your voice can reach those who need hope, healing, and direction. The very pain you endured will become the foundation of the lives you will touch. Your scars are not signs of defeat. They are marks of survival and proof of God's faithfulness. Where the world tried to silence you, God has given you a platform. Where they tried to break your spirit, God has given you a message that carries the power to set others free. Look back on everything you've been through. The tears, the betrayals, the nights you didn't think you'd make it. All of it led you here. Heaven has been guiding you even when you couldn't see the path. The very rejection you thought was ending you was actually positioning you for something bigger. You are stepping into the season of divine elevation, where your influence will extend beyond your imagination. The silence they forced upon you is breaking. The walls they built around you are falling. The chains they placed on your spirit are shattering. God is making your name echo in places where you were once forgotten. This is the message from God your soul has been waiting for. You are not imagining this shift. You can feel it because it's real. You were called, you were chosen, and your light is necessary. Heaven has declared that your voice will no longer be hidden, and your purpose will no longer be delayed. The battles you fought, the pain you carried, and the opposition you endured have led you to this very moment, the moment when heaven crowns you as a leader. The authority you carry is not from man, it is from God. No one can take what heaven has given you, and no one can stop the rise that has already begun. Chosen one, your story is far from over. The chapter of betrayal is closing, and the chapter of breakthrough is opening. Everything is shifting in your favor, and nothing can hold you back anymore. This is your time to rise, your time to lead, and your time to step into the fullness of who God created you to be. Do not shrink, do not doubt, do not fear. You are walking into a season where heaven's favor will go before you, and doors will open that no one can close. Your voice is rising, your power is emerging, your destiny is unfolding. 4. Heaven just crowned you leader. Chosen one, heaven has declared a shift over your life, and your spiritual authority has just been elevated. You are no longer hidden. You are no longer overlooked. You are stepping into a divine season where the calling on your life can no longer be denied. This is a message from God, and it is reaching you now because the time has come. Everything you've endured, every silent battle you fought, and every tear you cried has led to this moment. You were called, you were chosen, and now heaven is placing the crown of leadership upon your head. The season of obscurity is over. This is your unveiling. For so long, you felt unseen. You carried your purpose quietly, nurturing your dreams in silence, while others overlooked your potential, but God was watching the entire time, and now He has shifted the atmosphere around you. Where you were once underestimated, you will now be celebrated. Where you were once ignored, your voice will now echo across spaces you never imagined entering. The divine calling over your life cannot be hidden any longer, and no one on earth can stop what heaven has already released. This is your moment to rise into the fullness of who you were created to be. The spiritual authority on your life has shifted, and with that comes divine responsibility. You are stepping into rooms that once seemed unreachable, and your influence will reach hearts you've never met. This is not a coincidence. Heaven is positioning you strategically because you carry answers the world is desperately searching for. The wisdom you gained in silence, the strength you built through pain, and the faith you forged in fire, these are the tools God has equipped you with to lead, inspire, and awaken others. You are stepping into your divine calling fully, boldly, and unapologetically. You are stepping into the season where what was hidden will now be revealed. Your gifts, your voice, and your light can no longer remain unnoticed. The same ones who tried to silence you will witness your elevation, but this rise is not about proving them wrong. It's about proving God right. He chose you long before anyone believed in you. He crowned you long before the world could recognize you. And now the manifestation of that promise is here. Heaven is opening doors no man can close, releasing blessings that exceed your understanding, and positioning you where your influence will align perfectly with your purpose. You are entering a season of divine promotion, where your name will be mentioned in rooms you haven't even stepped into yet. Doors are opening for you without warning. Alignments are forming, resources are being released, and blessings are chasing you down because God has declared it so. What you thought was a season of delay was actually divine preparation. What felt like isolation was heaven's way of protecting you. And now the shift has come. You are no longer hidden. You are no longer silenced. You are rising into your role as the leader you were always destined to be. Chosen one, your time has come. Everything you've prayed for, waited for, and fought for is aligning in this moment. This is your season of elevation, your season of recognition, and your season of divine fulfillment. But remember this, the crown is not the destination, it's the beginning of a greater assignment. God is not just blessing you for you, He's blessing you so that through you others can find their way. Your life is about to become a living testimony of God's glory and faithfulness. Your rise is not just about your breakthrough, it's about every soul connected to your obedience. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. Step into it boldly. Walk with your head high, knowing that your authority comes not from man but from God. Do not shrink back now. Do not hide your light to make others comfortable. You were called to lead, to guide, and to shine. And as you walk in this calling, the world will begin to shift around you because your presence carries the power of divine alignment. 5. The spiritual tests before the elevation. Chosen one, if you have been feeling the weight of life pressing down on you, know this. It is not random. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You are not losing your mind, and you are not abandoned. You are called, and because you carry a divine calling, the pressure on your life has been greater than most could endure. Before every elevation comes a season of testing, and you are standing in the very place where your spirit is being refined for leadership. What feels like chaos is actually alignment. What feels like delay is divine preparation. God has been shaping you in the silence, building a strength within you that cannot be shaken. The spiritual warfare surrounding you has been intense because the mantle you carry is heavy. There has been resistance, betrayal, opposition, and confusion, not because you are weak, but because you are chosen. When the enemy sees the light God placed within you, the attacks increase. They wanted you to break under the weight. They wanted you to give up before you reached this moment. But what they didn't see was that God was using the very battles meant to destroy you to elevate you. Instead, the fire you are walking through right now is not designed to burn you, but to purify you. You are being refined like gold in the furnace, prepared to carry the crown heaven has placed on your head. Chosen one. The reason this season feels so heavy is because you are standing at the threshold of your breakthrough. The pressure is greatest right before birth, and you are about to step into a new dimension of authority, influence, and spiritual alignment. But here is the truth you must hold on to. The war is real, yet you are winning even when it doesn't look like it. The very fact that you're still here, still breathing, still fighting, is proof that God has not abandoned you. Every silent prayer you've whispered, every tear you've cried, every sleepless night spent questioning your worth, heaven has heard it all. You were never fighting alone. Angels have been surrounding you, protecting you, and preparing you for what comes next. These tests were not meant to destroy you. They were meant to reveal you. Your faith was being strengthened. Your discernment was being sharpened. Your spirit was being stretched beyond its limits, so that when the moment came, you would rise with unshakable authority. Without this season of pressure, you wouldn't have the wisdom, the endurance, or the courage required to carry the blessings that are coming. God had to take you through the wilderness before leading you into the promised land. Every delay, every detour, and every closed door was intentional. You were being hidden and protected while heaven prepared the stage for your elevation. Right now, you are in the final stretch. The enemy senses what is coming, which is why the attacks have intensified. Suddenly, old wounds are reopening, relationships are being tested, and unexpected challenges keep showing up. But this is confirmation, not defeat. The storm always rages the hardest right before the skies clear. You are standing at the edge of a divine shift. Where there was confusion, there will soon be clarity. Where there was lack, there will soon be overflow. Where there was silence, there will soon be answers. God has not forgotten you, chosen one. He has been preparing you for such a time as this. This is your turning point, chosen one. The heaviness you've been carrying is about to lift. The spiritual warfare you've endured is giving way to divine breakthrough. God is about to open doors you couldn't force open, align opportunities you never expected, and bring restoration to places you thought were dead. What was denied to you is about to be delivered. What was buried is about to be resurrected. The season of testing is coming to an end, and a season of elevation is beginning. But remember, with greater blessings comes greater responsibility. God has been preparing you to lead, to inspire, and to guide others into their own awakening. You are being crowned, not just for your sake, but for every soul connected to your purpose. Hold on, chosen one. You've come too far to give up now. The darkness you feel pressing against you is a sign that the dawn is near. Heaven is about to reveal why the battles were necessary, why the delays were divine, and why you could not quit even when you wanted to. This is your confirmation. Your pain has a purpose, your struggle has meaning, and your faith is about to be rewarded. The war is real, but so is your victory. Your light is necessary, and the world has been waiting for what God placed inside of you. 6. Stepping fully into your divine calling. Chosen one, the moment has arrived for you to step fully into the divine calling God placed on your life. This is not a suggestion or an option, it is your destiny, and heaven is declaring it now. The crown that was placed on your head, the authority that has been given to you, and the influence that is flowing toward you are not for decoration, they are for action. You are being called to lead, to inspire, and to guide others with humility, wisdom, and strength. The world is waiting for your light, and God is equipping you to shine in a way that will transform not only your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. To embrace your calling fully, you must first align your heart with God's message. Spiritual leadership begins with listening, truly listening, to the voice of heaven. Your insights, your decisions, and your influence must flow from divine guidance, not human opinion. The clarity you are seeking is already within you, embedded in your spirit by God Himself. You are not imagining the stirrings in your soul, the sudden insights, or the nudges that push you forward. This is God speaking directly to you, and He is aligning every step of your path with purpose. Your spiritual awakening is the compass that will guide your leadership. Humility is the foundation of divine authority. As a chosen one, you may be tempted to assert power based on your position or the recognition you are receiving. But true spiritual leaders lead from service, from a place of heart, and from the understanding that your strength comes from God. The mantle of leadership is a sacred responsibility, and heaven requires that you walk it with integrity. Remember that every person you encounter is part of the tapestry God is weaving, and your influence can either heal or harm depending on the posture of your spirit. Stay humble, stay teachable, and let God's wisdom guide your decisions. Strength is necessary, chosen one, because the enemy will continue to test your resolve. As you step into this season of leadership, expect opposition, even from unexpected places. Those who once doubted you may attempt to challenge your authority, and circumstances may seem overwhelming. But this is where faith and courage converge. Your power does not come from the world, it comes from heaven. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to demonstrate that your calling cannot be shaken. Your leadership is grounded not in fear, but in divine confidence, and every bold step you take confirms the truth. You are chosen, and your light is essential. Purposeful living is the hallmark of your rise. To step fully into your calling, you must operate with intentionality. Each action, each decision, each word spoken carries weight. Align your life with God's principles. Prioritize the mission over personal gain, and walk in integrity even when no one is watching. Your influence will expand exponentially when it is rooted in truth and guided by heaven. The chosen one does not chase fame or recognition. You pursue alignment, impact, and the fulfillment of God's plan. Your daily choices reflect the destiny that has been placed before you. Trust in divine timing, chosen one, for it is perfect. Every step you take, every opportunity that comes your way, and every delay you face is orchestrated by God for your ultimate good. Do not rush the process or compare your journey to others. What is meant for you cannot be stolen, and what is delayed is only being perfected. The waiting seasons, the moments of doubt, and the challenges you endure are refining your character and preparing your heart to carry the fullness of your calling. Step boldly when the door opens, and do not hesitate when heaven aligns the path before you. Bold action is now required. You have been equipped, anointed, and positioned for influence. The world is ready for your leadership, and heaven is calling you to move with courage. Do not fear the unknown, for God is guiding your steps. Trust in the wisdom He has placed within you, the spiritual discernment He has developed through your trials, and the strength He has built through your perseverance. Every move you make in alignment with your calling is a declaration of faith, a signal to heaven that you are ready to lead, and a light for others to follow. Reassurance comes directly from God. You are not alone. Every path before you is illuminated by His presence, and every step you take is being guided with divine precision. The battles you fought in silence have positioned you for influence. The pain you endured has refined your judgment, and the periods of isolation have strengthened your spiritual authority. This is not the time to doubt, to hesitate, or to second-guess the calling on your life. The mantle has been placed upon you, and heaven is providing everything necessary to succeed. Chosen one, as you step fully into this calling, remember that your light is essential. Your voice carries the power to inspire, heal, and awaken others. Your influence is not for self-glory, but for the purpose of fulfilling God's plan on earth. Stand tall, walk boldly, and speak with authority, because the authority within you comes from heaven. You are equipped to lead, prepared to overcome, and anointed to manifest the destiny that has been written for you. The world will witness your rise, and lives will be transformed because you chose to obey the calling placed on your heart. This is your confirmation. Chosen one, the war is real, but so is your victory. The storms you faced were necessary, the opposition was intentional, and the waiting was deliberate. Every trial prepared you to step fully into your leadership role, and now the moment has arrived. Heaven has aligned your path, positioned your resources, and surrounded you with divine protection. Walk in confidence, lead with courage, and embrace the authority God has given you. You are chosen, your light is necessary, and your time to shine is now. From the beginning, your journey has been unlike any other. You were misunderstood, underestimated, and often silenced, but every trial was preparation for the elevation you are experiencing today. Where others saw limitations, heaven saw potential. Where the world attempted to suppress your voice, God amplified it. Every tear you shed, every setback you faced, and every door that closed in your face was a step toward divine positioning. The struggles you endured were never a sign of failure. They were proof of refinement, proof that your spirit was being forged for leadership, and proof that your calling is greater than any earthly obstacle. Conclusion: rise, crowned leader of light. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Everything you have endured, every moment of silence, every shadow of rejection, and every unseen battle has led to this divine revelation. Heaven has crowned you, not as a reward for comfort, but as a declaration that your purpose is unstoppable. The seasons of obscurity are over, the nights of doubt have ended, and the waiting that felt endless was not in vain. This is a message from God, and it reaches you now to confirm what your spirit has known all along. You were called, you are chosen, and your light is necessary in a world desperate for guidance, hope, and transformation. Do not fear the responsibility that comes with being crowned. True leadership requires courage, humility, and unwavering faith. The battles you have fought, the opposition you have faced, and the spiritual warfare you endured were all shaping you to step into this divine authority fully prepared. You are no longer a passive recipient of blessings. You are an active participant in the manifestation of God's plan on earth. The wisdom, discernment, and spiritual insight you have gained through hardship have equipped you to lead with both strength and compassion. Now, chosen one, the crown is on your head. Your authority is no longer hidden. Your influence is expanding beyond what you ever imagined. The power, wisdom, and favor of heaven have shifted in your favor, and your path is illuminated with divine clarity. What was once denied is now being delivered. What was delayed is now being released, and what was buried is being resurrected. This is your season, a season of breakthrough, recognition, and fulfillment. You have been called to rise, and nothing can stop what God has ordained for you. Your leadership is not for self-glory, but for divine impact. Every step you take, every word you speak, and every decision you make will resonate beyond your own life, touching hearts, transforming minds, and awakening souls. The mantle you carry is sacred, and the influence you wield has been entrusted to you by heaven itself. You are a beacon of hope, a guide through darkness, and a living testament to the faithfulness of God. The rise you are experiencing is not just personal, it is prophetic, for the lives you will touch through your obedience will carry the ripple effect of this elevation for generations. The world may continue to test you, but remember this: the power that crowns you is far greater than any opposition you will encounter. You are protected, guided, and favored. Every challenge is a platform for your testimony, every obstacle a stage for your faith to shine, and every unexpected turn a confirmation that God's timing is perfect. The promotion you are experiencing cannot be stopped, interrupted, or reversed by human hands. Heaven has ordained it, and it is unstoppable. Chosen one, it is time to embrace your destiny fully. Walk boldly as the leader you were created to be. Speak with authority, act with purpose, and shine without hesitation. The path ahead may still have moments of testing, but the crown on your head is a constant reminder that you are empowered to overcome. You are no longer defined by the struggles of your past. You are defined by the glory that God has placed within you. Step into your calling with confidence, for the world needs the light that only you can bring. The future before you is radiant with divine favor. Doors that were once closed are swinging open. Alignments, resources, and opportunities are flowing toward you in ways that will astonish even those who doubted you. Lives will be transformed because you refused to give up, because you trusted the process, and because you obeyed the calling that burned within your soul. Your rise is not just a personal victory, it is a movement, a spiritual shift, and a living prophecy being fulfilled before your eyes. If this message has ignited your spirit, if it has confirmed what you already know in the depths of your soul, comment 777 now. Do it as an act of faith, as a declaration that you are aligned with your divine destiny, and as a signal to heaven that you are ready to step fully into your calling. Because you know the truth. You were called, you are chosen, and the war was real, but so is your victory. Chosen one, rise. Step forward into the light of your promotion. Carry the mantle with courage, lead with love, and let your life shine as a testimony of heaven's faithfulness. The world is waiting, and your influence will awaken, transform, and elevate countless souls. This is your season. Your crown is real. Your calling is alive. Your light is necessary. Walk boldly, for heaven has spoken, and nothing can stop what God has ordained for you. Every rejection, every silence, every moment of isolation now serves as a testimony of God's faithfulness. Your journey proves that no weapon formed against you can prosper, and that every plan of the enemy is rendered powerless against the divine strategy. You are a living declaration that God sees his chosen, that he elevates his leaders, and that the light of the chosen one cannot be hidden. The spiritual awakening within you is now manifesting as influence, authority, and purpose in the physical realm.